Yesterday, the Chief Electoral Officer announced the closing of new elector changes in each village electoral roll for 13 villages as well as objections. However, the village of Hikutamaki, whose electoral is not due to close till tomorrow, also has some changes. From the village rolls, 32 changes appear, with Alofi South having 7 new names added to their roll. Tamakotonga has 2, Awasele 6, Waiea 1, Hakupu 1, Liku 1, Lakapa 2, Mutalo 2, Hikutamaki 4, though Hikutamaki roll is not due to close till tomorrow. Tuapa has 3 new electors, Makifu with 1, and Alofi North recorded 2 new electors. The objections to some names on electoral rolls recorded Alofi with 1 objection by the registrar, Tamakotonga 1 also by the registrar, and 1 from the Liku electoral roll by the registrar. Hikutamaki recorded 1 objection by the registrar, 2 by elector, and 1 elector imprisoned. The only other objection was received from Alofi North electorate by the registrar. The complete result of the new changes will be officially released once the Hikutamaki roll and results of any withdrawals, which are scheduled to close tomorrow. Government has responded to requests for assistance towards repairs of houses gifted by the Tahitian government. The houses were gifted to families who lost their homes in Cyclone Heta in 2004, but have since deteriorated greatly, requiring repairs to floorboarding for safety reasons. Honourable Premier Talangi says despite the house being gifted to families, they cannot equate to the loss and sufferings these families have endured.
Well, the gifting was in relation to the loss that they suffered as a consequence of the cyclone. We can never ever replace what they lost. And I think it's our responsibility, because we requested the assistance from the Tahitian government. And they were generous enough to provide this. I don't believe that we should be less generous to these people, despite the length of time. Because my belief at the present moment is that they're still suffering from that. The loss in personal goods and things we will never ever replace. So therefore it's important for the government to continue to look at, especially things like this, which impinges on has an impact on the safety of those houses and the floorboards. So, but all the floorboards will be replaced except for those people who have rented the houses. We're not going to pay for those. If they're renting them out, they should be able to afford to pay for their replacements themselves. We had a meeting with the owners, and they all agreed to this principle, and therefore I'm very happy that they have agreed to that. It is only the floorboards because of the safety issue. We're not looking at doing anything else with these houses at the present time.
The government-funded project started last week and is expected to take 2 to 3 months. Robbers of one of the electrical and IT stores at the commercial centre has recently been identified by Niue police, but they are unlikely to appear before a judge. Niue police confirmed today that the robbery last month of thousands of dollars worth of IT products is the result of some very young teens. The products, though, will be hard to return to the owner of the store, as police said most have been used or given to other people. Police are working with parents of the young teens on what is appropriate disciplinary for them. Niue Police is about to send one of its young officers to join the Ramsey or Regional Assistance Mission to Solomon Islands. Constable Narita Williamu will travel out tomorrow to Canberra for 2 months, training before deployment to the Solomon Islands. Inspector Ioane said this morning Ms. Williamu will spend 1 year with Ramsey. She joins only a handful of Niuean officers selected to assist with the group. The last 2 officers to join Ramsey were Constable Albert Tasmania and Constable Cecilia Pulheloto. Niue did not send a representative last year. We wish Narita all the best for her work. Niue's Forum delegation is about to depart tomorrow morning for the 43rd Pacific Islands Forum Leaders meeting in the Cook Islands that will be held from the 27th to the 31st of August. This year's meeting theme will be Large Ocean Island States, the Pacific Challenge. It has been confirmed that Honourable Premier Toke Talangi will be accompanied by his wife, Personal Secretary, Minister Honourable John Williamo, the Secretary of Government, a representative from Crown Law as well as External Affairs, and Niue's High Commissioner to New Zealand. We spoke with him to find out what issues Niue will be keen to discuss and push for at this forum.
The key issues, as far as I'm concerned, in relation to the forum itself is to do with fishing and maximising the benefits from it, as well as looking at what the US is doing with the American treaty. Our belief at the present moment in the Pacific is that we're not getting sufficient out of the resource that we have. My belief is that we should talk to the Madam Secretary of State America who's coming, and that's Hillary Clinton, and talk to her seriously about what the Americans are going to do, and link it to the security requirements that I think that Americans are very keen to provide for the Pacific. The tuna treaty agreement that we have with the Americans is the only treaty agreement of that kind anywhere in the world, and in the Pacific. So therefore, it's important for them, it's important for us. Strategically for them, strategically for us as well. The other thing that I believe that we should be focusing our attention on is youth employment and sports development. I think that's an important issue for the future of the region. Many of the problems that have emanated as a consequence of unemployment in the region and riots and so on in some of the other countries have been caused by the fact that these youth are not doing some productive work. And I think there was a third thing with respect to the climate change. It is still a major issue, and I think at the present moment, as I've said in the past, the biggest problem that we have is not the climate scientists and the information they've given us. They're very clear that if we don't do something to reduce carbon emissions and reduce the rise in temperature, then the Earth is going to change quite drastically. My belief at the present moment is it's us, the politicians, who, especially from those large countries, who are not heeding the advice and not clearly taking the lead in making the political decisions to ensure that, in fact, we do achieve what the scientists have told us. My belief at the present moment is we should continue to talk to the major leaders of the major countries in the world to urge them to make good decisions.
Honourable Premier Talangi says that the forum they're looking to sign an agreement with the Indian government and to meet with a number of key officials from organisations and countries that provide financial assistance. The forum delegation will depart the island tomorrow for 2 weeks. And to end our news bulletin for tonight, the Niue yacht season is off to a good start with over 10 yachts at bay and more to come, which looks promising for the Niue Yacht Club. Yacht Club Commodore Keith Vile says they're expecting about the same number as last year, with about 70 yachts expected throughout the season. However, a rather strange story for one yachty, as the Niue leg of the trip has had a bit of a twist with a whale of a story to tell. The yacht, the Naughty Lady, ran into a bit of trouble on Sunday afternoon. Rather ironic. A whale had got caught in a knotty situation with the mooring the yacht was tied to, causing some damage trying to break free.
The nearby yacht heard this chain running out with followed by a loud bang, and the whale had dragged the yacht, still attached to the moorings, about 20 metres before the whale freed itself. But in the meantime, quite a lot of the foredeck structures had been pulled out, and a sail came down and was dumped overboard as well. So they're busy repairing things at the moment. Fortunately, the forestay wasn't damaged, so they can still sail. So they hope to sail on to Brisbane, where they'll get it repaired there. All of the other yachts in the harbour, of course, offered their assistance for fiberglass materials, but we were grateful for the work that was able to be done ashore with straightening out some of their buckled fore plates, and the whole island, anybody we asked was prepared to try and do their bit to get the yacht sailing again, so it's much appreciated. Whales are fairly unpredictable. As I say, it's a very rare occurrence, and fortunately the whale has survived and has swum off somewhere. and the yacht will be repaired and sailed away too. So it's unfortunate, but it happens, and hopefully not again for many, many years. Well, I'd like at this stage to thank the people on Niue for their support of the yacht club, really. We had the telecom people out for a sail yesterday on Mercelet. Mercelet is one of the bigger yachts down the harbour, and they took us out on a very pleasant cruise, and so we appreciate what the Maritime Radio does. But customs and immigration and everybody else involved with the yachts, they make it just so easy. It's quite difficult in other parts of the world to clear in and get clearance, but here it's everybody goes out of the way to speed things up. So that cooperation plus the beauty of Niue and the waters here is just a major attraction, really. So thank you to everybody involved. You're doing a great job for the yacht club, and we do appreciate it.
Niue appears to be a popular destination, especially after the Niue Yacht Club were awarded Cruising Station of the Year last year, building the club's reputation and interest in yachties coming to Niue. That's our news bulletin for tonight, but also an invitation come out to all of you on the island to the La Capa Show Day this Saturday. Good evening.